In a tranquil forest nestled deep in the heart of ancient China, a wise and venerable owl named Ouyang perched atop a tall oak tree. Ouyang was known far and wide for his wisdom, and the other animals of the forest often sought his counsel when faced with difficult decisions. Ouyang's reputation as the forest sage was well-deserved, for he had spent many years acquiring knowledge and contemplating the mysteries of life. One sunny morning, as the birds sang their melodious tunes and the leaves rustled in the gentle breeze, a sly and cunning fox named Jian approached the wise owl's tree. Jian was known for his cleverness and his ability to outwit his fellow animals. However, he lacked the patience and humility to truly learn from his experiences. "Ah, Ouyang," Jian exclaimed with a wily grin, "I have heard of your great wisdom and have come to seek your advice." Ouyang turned his wise eyes toward the fox and replied, "Greetings, Xian. I am here to help those who seek knowledge and understanding. What troubles you?" Xian, always eager to prove his intelligence, replied, "I have a riddle for you, Ouyang. If you can solve it, I will acknowledge your wisdom." Ouyang, undisturbed by Xian's challenge, said, "Very well, my friend. Share your riddle, and I shall do my best to unravel its mysteries." The fox began, "In this forest there is a river that flows with clear water, and beside it stands a towering mountain. At the foot of the mountain there is a lush meadow, and on the meadow grows a single tree. On that tree there is a fruit. Now tell me, Ouyang, what is the most valuable thing in this forest?" Ouyang paused for a moment, his keen mind working through the riddle. Finally, he replied, "The most valuable thing in this forest is not the clear water in the river, the towering mountain, the lush meadow, or the fruit on the tree. It is the wisdom to appreciate the beauty and significance of each of these elements that makes one truly rich." Xian was taken aback by Ouyang's profound response. He had expected the owl to struggle with the riddle, but instead, Ouyang had provided a lesson in wisdom. Although the fox was momentarily humbled, he was not one to give up easily. "Well, Ouyang," Xian retorted, "you may be wise, but wisdom alone cannot protect you from danger. I have learned to think on my feet, so to adapt to any situation and to outsmart my foes. That is the true path to survival." Ouyang gazed at the fox with a hint of sadness in his wise eyes. "Xian," he said, "you are indeed clever, but you mistake cunning for wisdom. True wisdom involves both learning and thoughtful reflection. Let me tell you a story that illustrates this point. Once upon a time, in a distant part of the forest, there lived a group of rabbits led by a wise old rabbit named Renshu. These rabbits were known for their keen instincts and their ability to quickly adapt to changes in their environment. One day, a ferocious wolf entered their territory. The wolf was hungry and saw the rabbits as a potential feast. The rabbits, being wise and quick-witted, gathered together to discuss their predicament. Renshu, the wisest among them, said, "My fellow rabbits, we cannot outrun the wolf, for it is faster and stronger than us. But we have something the wolf does not possess: intelligence and teamwork. Let us use our wisdom to outsmart our foe." The rabbits decided to dig a series of burrows connected by underground tunnels. Each rabbit had a specific role to play in this construction project. Some dug the burrows, some reinforced the tunnel walls, and others stood guard at the entrances. While the wolf prowled above ground, unable to find a way to catch the elusive rabbits, the rabbits below ground continued to improve their tunnel system, making it more complex and intricate. As the days passed, the wolf grew frustrated. It couldn't understand how the rabbits always seemed to vanish without a trace. The more the wolf tried to outsmart the rabbits, the more it fell into their trap. One day, the wolf finally gave up and left the rabbits' territory in search of easier prey. The rabbits emerged from their burrows, victorious and unharmed. Renshu, the wise old rabbit, addressed his companions, saying, "We have shown that intelligence, combined with cooperation and thoughtful planning, can triumph over brute strength. It is not enough to act without thinking, for that can lead to danger. We must use our minds to find solutions to our problems." Ouyang concluded his story, and Xian listened intently, his cunning demeanor replaced with a sense of contemplation. After a moment of silence, the fox spoke softly, "Ouyang, your story has taught me a valuable lesson. I see now that wisdom is not just about thinking, nor is it solely about learning. It's the harmonious union of both that leads to true enlightenment." The wise owl nodded, pleased that his words had reached the cunning fox's heart. "Indeed, Xian, wisdom is a lifelong journey, a balance between learning and thoughtful reflection. Remember, he who learns but does not think is lost, and he who thinks but does not learn is in great danger." From that day forward, Xian the fox though still clever and cunning, sought not only to outwit others, but also to learn from the world around him. He had come to understand that true wisdom was the key to navigating life's challenges with grace and insight, and so, in the heart of the ancient Chinese forest, the wise owl Ouyang and the cunning fox Xian became unlikely friends, united by the profound realization that wisdom was the most valuable treasure one could possess in the grand tapestry of life.